All right, we're recording. Let's just start with welcome. Welcome to the Wine Shop at Home information call about our fantastic business opportunity. We like to say, love wine. Let's talk about turning wine into income. My name is Shelley Whitmarsh-Beal, and I am the Director of Field Development here at Wine Shop at Home. I live in Las Vegas, and I work with the corporate team, our corporate sales team, to help support consultants all over the country. So once a month, we do this information call for those of you that are checking out our business and want to see if it's a right fit for you. And also, we have consultants that jump on too, and it's a great, I guess, a great training piece for them to hear a little bit more about the company as people are obviously talking to them and asking them more about becoming a wine consultant, because who wouldn't want to be a wine consultant, right? It's a pretty cool job. So tonight I'm going to go through some basics of the business and just kind of touch on a few things that would be important to you as an independent wine consultant. And if you have any questions, there is a chat feature. You can put a question there, or you can raise your hand and I can take you off mute and I can answer your questions there. So first of all, I want to, of course, thank you for being on, but also thank the person that invited you to jump on the call this evening and check it out and see what we're all about. One way, obviously, to get our name out there and brand out there is through independent wine consultants. They're out there working their businesses, meeting people along the way through wine tastings, events, just out and about, all kinds of different ways, obviously, that they are attracting people to the business. And one great way for people to learn about it is jumping on something like this that the company hosts again every single month. So let's just start with a basic thing. Who are we? Who is Wine Shop at Home? Wine Shop at Home is obviously an in-home tasting wine company, and we're direct sales based. So what happens is you become an independent wine consultant and you have hosts that decide that they want to host an in-home wine tasting, and you are able to do a guided wine tasting in their home for people to try our fantastic wines that are unique to us, by the way, and you're able to have a fun experience, and usually about an hour, hour and a half, so they're not very long, and people are able to learn more about us through you, and you just give them information. The cool thing is about this business is that you do not have to be a wine connoisseur or a sommelier or any other fancy wine name. You really don't even need to know anything about wine. You don't even need to like wine, really. So the thing is that other people do like wine. We have all of the training and support tools that you need to learn about becoming a wine consultant. So I like to put that out there in front, so don't think, oh, I don't know if I could do this because, you know, I don't know a lot about wine. We always like to say if you can read and use a corkscrew, you're in good shape. And even if you can't use a corkscrew, somebody at the tasting probably can. So I think that you will be okay. So one thing that I believe is very unique to Wine Shop at Home is that we have award-winning wines, which is important. A lot of our wines are presented into different competitions nationally, internationally, and we earn or win wine awards. And we have over 100 wine awards under our belt so far. So it's always fun to see when Alex, our winemaker, who is a second-generation winemaker from Bordeaux, France, talk about all the fantastic awards that we have been honored with for this fantastic winemaking, I guess. He's just such a natural. It's just kind of cool. So he's really has a gift for making wine, again, that is just unique to Wine Shop at Home. You're not going to find these wines in the stores, which is important because if people are purchasing wine, they want to continue purchasing through you, and that obviously helps you build your business. And then if they like that wine, they can come back and reorder that wine or a similar wine we may have in stock, because I think an important thing about this industry and about sales is having a consumable product, which obviously wine is consumable, right? So some people drink more than others, but it's something that they're drinking and they want to replace, and they are able to get that wine directly through you, which is obviously important. So we like to say that our vineyards are the world's vineyards. Our winemaker actually gets different juices and grapes from different wineries all over the world, and he's able to, again, to create his beautiful masterpieces of wine and be able to share them with you. So it's kind of cool. There's just not one place. We just don't get them from California or from, I don't know, Spain or wherever. We're getting them from all over the world, which is really cool. And since I've been a part of Wine Shop at Home almost 2 years now, I've seen things from Australia and from Spain and Italy, and it's just so neat to be able to see these wines and different blends that are coming in all over the world that, again, are uniquely made just for us and our company. Another important fact is we are a licensed bonded California winery, and we are headquartered in Napa, California. And again, like I said, our wines are created and blended by our very own winemaker from Bordeaux, France. So all of our wine is shipped, and he works in Napa with our home office team at our home winery, and all of the wine is shipped directly from Napa into your home. So if you live on the West Coast, you get that wine really quick. It can be within a couple of days. And if you're on the other side of the country, it could take about 5-7 days, just kind of depending on the day of the week that wine is ordered. So not that long at all, actually, but everything is shipped directly to your customers and obviously into your home if you're purchasing wine for yourself as well. So I love that feature that it's shipped directly from the winery, because you don't have to have everything shipped to you and then you're breaking it out and you're delivering it, which sometimes companies have to do that. So another cool thing is that in any given month, we have approximately 35 different wines to select that range in different style, taste, personality. So I like to say that we have a wine for everybody's taste buds, but also for everybody's budget. So from the everyday wines to maybe special occasion wines, and we even have sparkling wines. So if you like a little bubble, you'll probably like that too. And again, we have all these wines that are unique to us. So why wine shop at home? Well, I think one thing that is fantastic about us is that we obviously have something that people are getting every time they maybe go to a party. So they're bringing wine. If you're hosting any kind of a party in your home, there's usually some kind of wine there that people are bringing. And obviously with Wine Shop at Home, you're able to bring that wine into that social experience that people are gathering for, right? So everybody loves wine. I like to say, or not everybody, but most people like wine or know somebody that loves wine, of course, too. And people crave time with their friends. I believe people need us, because it's interesting when you'll see somebody out and about and they're like, oh my gosh, we really need to get together for a glass of wine, or we haven't seen each other in a while. We need to get together. And when they're able to have that experience and that wine tasting, people usually say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it took us so long to get together. And they're able to enjoy that tasting experience and purchase the wine at that time as well from you, but able to have that social time with their friends that I think sometimes people aren't able to get around to, because everybody's life's a little crazy. And if they can take an hour out of their week to just spend some time with friends and again get fantastic wine and be able to taste it, it's just kind of double the fun, I guess, or double the love. So I really love when I'm at a tasting and people are like, this is so fantastic and I can't believe we waited so long to do this. So I think we're really filling a need with what we do too. So our wine tastings obviously offer people that chance to get together with friends and not only enjoy their company, but also our amazing wines as well. So, but why wine? I like to share a little fact with you. I like to share this on the call because I think it's really interesting. In 2016, the total amount of wine consumed in the United States was 2.94 gallons per resident, which works out to be about 15 bottles of wine per year, or roughly 1 glass of wine per week. And I know a lot of people drink more than 1 glass of wine per week. And that figure has been going up every year since 2008. So Americans are drinking more and more wine. And you're seeing more wine experiences popping up, or wineries. And Las Vegas, we just got our first winery, which was kind of interesting because I live in the middle of the desert. It's hard to grow grapes, but we have our first winery. So you're seeing more wine experiences popping up, I think, which is kind of cool. So direct sales and wine, which I believe is the perfect pairing, and I talked about that social aspect of it and that uniqueness of our wine, but it offers a career that is flexible. It gives you freedom. It gives you a lot of fun, obviously, and it also allows you to choose whatever income that you want to do. So everybody has different goals or different things that they believe would outline, I guess, success for them, right? Everybody defines success differently. And with this, you really can work how you want to work your business. And we are able to help and support you in achieving whatever those goals would be too. So another cool thing is that direct sales is a $35 billion industry, billion with a B. And in the US alone, the direct-to-consumer wine is 2.3. So these are people that are not going to the store looking for wine. They might be in part of wine clubs, or they visited wineries and they're now part of their wine clubs, or having wine directly shipped to them from wineries, not even maybe being in the wine club. So think about that pairing. You have a huge industry within direct selling, and then people are already looking to get that wine to them in a different way. And how many times have you ever been to an in-home wine tasting? It was probably maybe a unique thing to you when you heard about it. And when I say to people, I work for this company and we do in-home wine tastings, they're like, what is that? I definitely need to find out what that is, because it's such a unique and cool different thing. So this month I want to point out that it is Independent Wine Consultant Month, which is really fun. So we're highlighting and celebrating our independent wine consultants, and we have these spotlights going on. And this is just, I have 3 of them I'm going to share with you. This is Brandy Bruce. She is one of our leaders here with Wine Shop at Home, and I love her little why. Her testimony is, as a stay-at-home mom of 4, I needed something that was just for me. My Wine Shop at Home business gave me back my sense of self and a purpose. So people have different reasons that they're going to join their business. And then you have Kendall Altina, who is one of our leaders as well. She lives in Michigan. And she says, my wine business has given me the opportunity to truly put my family's needs first. It's not very often that income and flexibility go hand in hand. Wine Shop at Home has offered both. My wine business has been a true blessing to me and my family. So I love the testimonials. I love that we're doing this and highlighting it. You'll see a lot of these testimonials or spotlights on our Facebook page as well. And then last but not least, this is another one, is Brian McGuire. He's one of our leaders as well. And he says, I found Wine Shop at Home while searching for an encore career, which is just a fun way to say, right, kind of a part-time job. I wanted to build a business while still maintaining my corporate job. Honestly, I started with a let's give it a try and see attitude. I was immediately taken by the quality of the wine, the supportive leadership, the training, and the efficient operations of the company. My business took off and has been on a steady growth curve ever since. My wine business pairs perfectly with a busy corporate job, and frankly, in the world of direct sales, it is a perfect opportunity for men. After all, guys, it's wine. We have men and women, and wine does not discriminate unless you're under the age of 21. So just think, oh, this isn't just a women business, this is a couple's business, this is a friend's business, this is a man, woman, doesn't matter. We have all ages and demographics in our company, which I love because a lot of people like wine, right? So it definitely attracts, I think, everybody to it. So I just wanted to point this out, that we're doing this fantastic thing this month and really celebrating again the success of our fantastic wine consultants. So let's talk about the tasting and how that works. So as an independent wine consultant, you have in-home wine tastings, and this is somebody will host this in-home wine tasting in their home. They purchase what we call a sampler, and the cool thing is this month, the sampler, you can get that sampler for $29.95 plus tax. We're doing a promotion on it, and that includes 6 full bottles of wine, full, big, normal bottles, and they have different options that they can choose, and they can invite usually about 10 people is a nice number, but the sampler can serve about 16 people, which is awesome. And if you've ever been wine tasting anywhere, it's usually like $25 a person. You can do for about $30 with all of your friends can come over and enjoy this fantastic pairings of wine, and you're able to look at the different samplers that we have, and you can see which palate your friends may like. If they're more sweet wine drinkers or more red wine drinkers, you're able to pick that out. They're able to pick that out with you. So I really love this. And then the host can earn all different kinds of perks for hosting. So they can earn credits towards wine, stemware, even the wine club, they can get half off. So they can get half off items as well. So different credits they can earn towards the products, and then also they can earn half price items. So not only is it fun to host, it's a fantastic deal with the sampler, and then on top of that, being able to be rewarded based on whatever the tasting total is. And that's something that your sponsor can get a little bit more deeper into with you as well. We also have host exclusives happening right now through October, and we may continue them later as things pop up, but it's kind of fun, and these are just exclusive items that your host is able to take advantage of as well. And we have these really fun new wine tasting glasses. They're perfect. They're little, and they actually show you a 1-ounce pour. And you can purchase these yourself too as a consultant, but also your host is able to get them if she'd like to. So those are super fun. Now, I mentioned that we have about 35 different wines every single month, but the cool thing is that makes us unique as well is that we have minimum of 4 new wines that come out every single month. So these are our October releases. So the Fact brand, this is the 2nd year this is coming out. And then our Moderna brand, this is something I saw when I first started about 1.5 years, almost 2 years ago. So the brands will continue to come out, and they might not be the same blend. They may be a little bit different, but they're underneath that brand. So like the Moderna is actually from, or the Cabernet Sauvignon, this one is actually from Chile. So I talked about how they can come from different areas all over the world as well, which is really cool. So for minimum every single month, and these are incorporated into the wine club. So on top of doing tastings, you can actually have wine club members as well, and you're able to earn commissions off that too. So we have different varietals in the wine. So I talked about having something not for just everybody's taste buds, but for everybody's budget as well. So right now we have wines on sale. So you can see here the wines here that are highlighted in red. And we have 4 different wines that are on sale this month. And when your customers purchase, say the Panache Lane Bodacious, which is a sweet red blend, $19.50 a bottle if they get at least 3 bottles of that wine. So we have different promotions and specials for your customers as well that are available. And these wine tasting menus are delivered with the sampler when the host gets that sampler, and also she gets order forms and everything. So you don't even need to worry about that. You don't have to have inventory. You don't need to purchase catalogs or anything like that. Everything is given to you the night of the tasting, and it comes with them. I wanted to point out these cards that we have here because I talked about how you don't have to be a wine expert. When you receive the sampler at the tasting, every single wine in that sampler, all those 6 different bottles of wine, have what we call a Vent Note card. And this gives information about the wine, and you can read these at your tasting or have your guest even read them. A lot of times guests like to get involved with that and well, which is cool. So you can just read the card. It talks about a little bit about the wine. It gives you a little tidbit of how much alcohol is in the wine, where it's from, what it pairs well with. And then on the back of that card, there is a recipe that matches that wine. So you will get that in both, and people love to talk about the recipes, which is fun. And sometimes a host will even want to make that recipe for her tasting, even though she does not need to, because it's super simple. It's just kind of like some cheese and crackers. You give them the different simple pairings to have with the wines. But yeah, so kind of a fun little thing. And I love these cards, and I save them every month I get Wine Club. I actually store them away, and they're also in your wine cellar, which is your training resource too. So I talked about, obviously, the tastings, talked a little bit about Wine Club as well. So different ways that you can generate some income through your wine business is, like I said, the tastings, the Wine Club. We also have a fantastic lineup of personalized wine. So we have labels that you can choose, or you can also create their own label, which is nice. I had a friend that got married, and she got some personalized wine with her. She got some of the sparkling and got personalized labels. I've seen them for businesses, graduations, birthdays, weddings, all kinds of things. So this is an awesome thing, and this is really popular too around the holidays. So it's really is a fantastic time to start looking at the business opportunity. And again, we also have specials. So I showed you those wines that are on sale in that wine menu, but we also have different bundles that we highlight every single month. And then there's always a fun recipe, and this is Black Magic Punch, which is just in time for October and Halloween. And a lot of the consultants will even do theme tastings, which is fun as well. So let's talk a little bit about money, right? Because if you're starting a business, you want to generate some income. So just in general, just so you know, you can earn between 20 and 44% in personal sales. So based on what you sell, you can earn different income levels, because we have bonus gates, and the person that invited you to check this out can share that more information with you and show you the compensation plan on that. And then also you can earn team bonuses for supporting those that join your team, starting with your first team member. So if you're looking at giving yourself a raise or a promotion, you can start to do that, and your leader will help teach you how to build a team so you can generate even an even bigger paycheck. You can also earn cash bonuses for upper level leadership levels, which is nice. And then also I'd like you to think, before you start, think about what you want. Before you get started, think about what you want out of this business. So are you looking for more of a hobby, something you would do one time a week? So, you'd go to like a book club once a week, or maybe go bowling once a week if you're on a bowling league. But how about one tasting a week? That is something that a hobby consultant would do. Or maybe part-time, right, which would be 2 tastings a week. So maybe you'd go to a normal part-time job about 2 times a week. So this is what this would be. And then full-time is about 3 tastings a week. And the cool thing about the full-time is that that's really kind of part-time, right? So you can generate a full-time income or a full-time income working really part-time even on the full-time level, is 3 tastings. So I like you to think about that before you get started and think, what do I want to do with this? And how many nights a week would I like to, or days a week would I like to go out and do tastings? And then communicate that with the person who introduced you to Wine Shop at Home, and they're going to be able to help you get started on that path that you're lining up for yourself too. So I like people thinking about that income, but also how many nights a week are you going to do? And if you were to take any kind of job, you'd want to know how much you would make, right? And then, of course, how many days a week you would work. So it's good to kind of have that mindset. What do you want to do with your business getting started? A couple other things for consultants, and we're almost done here, is you can earn wine every single month. We have something called the Magnificent 7. And oh my gosh, when that wine shows up, you see so many postings on Facebook and social media. You can earn between a half case and a full case of wine just based on your activities and work in your business. We also have a rich rewards program for our new independent wine consultants in their first 100 days of business. So you can earn over $1,200 in rewards and commission. We give you different milestones to hit, and as you meet those milestones, you're going to earn wine, stemware, and all kinds of cool stuff. And then also your WOW package. So your WOW package is an all-inclusive package that includes website, your wine cellar, which is your training ground, all your social media content that you need, and also we have an app. This WOW package is included in your first month when you first start your business, and I'm going to show you the business kits here in a minute. But after that, it's $17.95 a month. And really, that's the biggest investment you would be putting into your business every single month, is that $17.95, which is to have access, obviously, to be able to run your business. So I love the WOW package. It has so many cool features to it, so many different things, including even a email newsletter that we create. It looks like it comes from you, and that would go to all of your customers every single month, and they can even order off your website, see some really cool articles as well. So the WOW package is definitely a huge plus to your business. Another cool thing that we have for consultants is a dream vacation that you can earn every single year. We change it up. The consultants are going to Vienna, Austria in January. They just wrapped up that trip, and now they are working on a Caribbean cruise. This is the biggest cruise ship in the world. It's a Royal Caribbean cruise. It's very exciting, and we even have a little extra something that our brand new wine consultants can earn, and that means you can earn a couple extra points. It's a point system to earn that cruise, and we reward you basically with some extra points based on your activity in your first 45 days of business. So it's a great thing thinking about what you want to do with your business. Like I talked about, that part-time hobby or even full-time. And as you're working that and you get started quickly in your business, you're able to generate some points, and you could be cruising with us in the Caribbean in January of 2020. So this is really exciting. It's a 7-night cruise going out of Miami. So I just love incentive trips, and it's so fun. And it's really when you start to even more build those relationships with consultants all over the country, if they're part of your team or not. So it's really fantastic. So let's talk about how you get started here. If you're interested in jumping on board with us, hopefully you've liked what you've heard this evening. But as a consultant, you can choose different business kits. So right now we have a special. It's $29.95. We call this a wine cellar entry kit. You can see this on the right. And that get you started in your business. That includes the shipping. There's tax on top of that. We also have a mini kit, which is $79, a starter kit, which is $149, and a premium kit, which is $299. Now, the person that invited you can send you the details of every kit, but what I like to say is I honestly believe that no matter which kit you start with, you can be successful. Because of our business model, it's not like you have to buy a lot of inventory because that host purchases that sampler for her tasting. That's going to be shipped to her. You need like the corkscrews, and you need the posi pours, which measures out the wine. So they're not getting full glasses, they're just getting a tasting amount, right? And a 1 ounce pour. All different kinds of business tools that you need, but you don't have to purchase a lot of extra stuff. Honestly, like, the only extra thing I would say with, let's say you decided to go with the wine cellar entry kit, is I would become a part of wine club. You know, you can choose between a 2 and 4 bottle wine club every single month. And that's so you kind of are able to taste some of those new wines that are coming in and know what your wine club members are experiencing as well. So that's really it. And your upline or your sponsor, I'm sorry, can talk to you a little bit about more detail and go through the details of the kit. But just know it's whatever fits in your budget. I really believe that you can be successful with any kit that you start with, as long as you get started in your business and start holding those tastings. So with that, again, my name is Shelley Whitmarsh-Beal. I am the Director of Field Development here. You can find me on Facebook. My name, which nobody else in the world probably has, is Shelley Whitmarsh-Beal. So you can send me messages on Facebook, connect with me there. You can also email me at Shelley, Shelley, at WineShopAtHome.com, and I can answer any other questions that you may have. And then I just wanted to open it up. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see if anybody put anything in the chat. No chats. Right now, I don't see a hand raised. Let me look at participants. I think we're good. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for jumping on tonight and listening to all we have to offer here at Wine Shop at Home. I hope that you see that it's a fantastic fit for you. It's such a great time to get started with such an amazing company and a great product that we have as well. So again, any questions, you can reach out to me or connect with the person that invited you to our little opportunity call tonight. And I think that's it. So have a fantastic night. I'm glad it was helpful and that you got some good information. And again, I'm here to help answer any questions along with the person that invited you here. So have a great night, everybody. And I hope to see you on our Wine Nation page in Facebook and have signed up as a consultant. So bye, everybody. Have a great night.